What's up, guys? Prince of Macedon here at SeaWorld Orlando for Howl-O-Scream 2024. They got 4 new houses this year, so let's go inside and check this out. Already, oh god, that is quite the entrance, guys. Let's check out some of the merchandise, guys. Here's a little shop of horrors, and ooh, that's a cool interior, guys. I saw a sign out there. It said 25% off the merchandise, probably because it's Halloween. Here is the Howl-O-Scream shirt, guys. Howl-O-Scream SeaWorld shirt. Here's the front of it. Here is the back of it.
SeaWorld Orlando's Howl-O-Scream, the home's theme.
I don't know where I'm going. I'm just gonna follow this crowd. Alright, guys. There's a lot of people coming. I'm gonna go to those first 2 houses. I'm gonna jump right to Atlantis and head that way, guys. So before I continue this vlog, here's a quick overview of SeaWorld's Howl-O-Scream map. There are 5 houses scattered throughout the park. 4 of those 5 houses are brand new. Everyone enters Howl-O-Scream through this entrance, and then at 7 p.m. they drop the barricades and let people funnel down this walkway towards the Bayside Stadium. Once you hit Bayside Stadium, you can either go right or left. If you go right, you'll hit 2 nearby houses that are back to back. That's Ultimate Gamble and Delirium 666. But if you go left, you'll take a much longer trek before you get to the nearest house, which would be the Atlantis house. This is the path I took in order to avoid the big crowd going the other way. Look at this view, guys. You only get this view at SeaWorld. We're entering the Carnival Pier scare zone. So obviously, clowns. So apparently, I'm not the only one going this way. But yeah, I'm heading right towards the Atlantis house. And that's the one we actually go to the underwater city of Atlantis. Whoa! That's a great way to slide on by, isn't it? It was. That was kind of nice.
Well, lovely evening for a stroll, huh?
Oh, indeed.
Oh, wonderful. Where are we visiting from?
Yeah, you want to come?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's do it.
It's a wonderful carnival here we're having.
I love it.
I would keep an eye on the water though. The sirens like to be a little bit dodgy.
Thank you. I was getting a bit lonelier. There's less people as I take this route. We're in the scare zone called Cannibal Harbor. Oh, God. I'm good. But yeah, we're gonna head right to the very back. We're gonna smack up that last house, and then work our way against the flow of foot traffic. Hello.
Oh, you smell delicious.
Thank you.
All by yourself, no one to hear you scream.
That's good.
I think she'll.
You sure? No.
I don't know.
Definitely not.
Is this for the Atlantis?
Yes, this is
Oh,
the Atlantis.
all right, thanks.
Keep it moving!
Whoa, that was intense. Yeah, so I found the Atlantis house. This will be my first house of the night, guys, and this is the one I most anticipated. So let's get in.
She's a liar.
Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
I have an axe!
You're very small. How do you think I'm going to be doing in a minute?
So we are in line for Atlantis. All right, guys, I just got out of the Atlantis house. This is the house I was most anticipating, so I had very high expectations for it. That said, some of the weaknesses, the set designs were a little basic, kind of monotonous. I feel like they should have taken more advantage of the Atlantean theme and went with that. Also, there were a lot of boo holes that had no actors in it. So definitely missing a lot of actors there. And there were a lot of giant puppet / animatronics that were just stationary, which you could tell needed some staffing to make them animated. That was missing. And but overall, it had a pretty cool theme to it. Throughout the house, you can hear this female voice talking about how she wants Atlantis to go back underwater where it belongs. And she wanted her warriors to arise and take Atlantis back. And also towards the end, it got a lot cooler because you see this really cool set with this female villain, if you can call her that. But I think overall, it needed better sets, and it needed more personnel, more actors in the house, and it needed more puppeteers manning those giant puppets that they had. If it wasn't for that, this would have been a pretty solid house. So yeah, obviously if you come to Howl-O-Scream, some of the rides will be open. This one is Mako, one of the best coasters at SeaWorld, and it's only a 5-minute wait, guys. Here's the Jack the Ripper food stand, and I think they have burgers here, guys. We got the burgers, we got, I'm not sure what those are, onion rings maybe? And that. Yeah, this is a really cool theme to it. Paradise Palms, guys. So yeah, you get the sense that this is a rundown motel slash resort destination.
Hi.
Hello.
What about you? Have you had the continental breakfast yet, darling?
Is it good?
It's to die for. Hold on.
Oh, you know what? I might
Breakfast, lunch, dinner, double at dinner.
Oh, I'm gonna come back for that one.
Dinner.
Yeah.
All right. I want to
Dinner.
see you here. I'll even give you a free room. Okay. I just like you that
Excellent.
much.
I'll give you a good review.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Do you like a hand?
Yes, I need a hand.
Okay.
Who does that belong to?
Don't worry about it. Well, he used to be named Landon, but just be glad it's not your arm.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that.
Of course. Now I'm gonna help you. I see that you, my friend, are vertically challenged.
I am.
So I'm gonna place this arm right here on your head.
So I'm taller
And
now.
Not only that, but you can reach the top shelf.
Oh my God, thank you. That's the nicest thing has ever done for me. Gosh, I love
See you later, vertically challenged man.
Oh, take care. Dude, look how I paid for my pizza. I just put it here, and then it just paid for itself. Well, not actually. Thanks. So I'm gonna get this flatbread pizza. I've only done one house. I feel like I don't deserve dinner yet. One house done, guys, and I'm already eating pizza. This is cause for celebration. You're probably wondering why there's a background with pizza on it. Don't worry about it, guys. We're gonna go to my second house of the night, and that's Water's Edge Wellness Center. So let's go inside here. I remember last year this is where they had that big cruise ship house, but this time it's called Water's Edge. I'll tell you about my walkthrough after I do it. And this is my second house of the night, and there's a bit more people in this one waiting. All right, guys, just got out of Water's Edge Wellness Center. The story here is it's a wellness center to help people get better, but when you go inside the house, you see it's the opposite of that. But compared to the last house, this house had a lot more staffing, a lot more actors in it, and the sets were way better and much better execution in the story. If there was any weakness in this house, is that it was a little bit short compared to the last one. But overall, this is way better than Atlantis. This was an excellent house, very, very solid, and I loved the theming in this house. But we're gonna move on to the third house. We're gonna press on, and then at the end of the night, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on ranking the houses. All right, we're gonna go back and swing back towards the front, and we need to do Ultimate Gamble, and there's 2 other houses that way. So, pretty cool area. Dude, look at those. Scary. Oh, I'm just in time for the siren show, guys.
Late to run from the sea, my twin sisters frost and flame will bite and burn you with no shame. Does no one help them? Not enough. It is not enough. I demand blood for what they have done.
Here's another merchandise place for Howl-O-Scream, and you can see 25% off on a lot of this merchandise because Halloween's almost over. So I skipped a house. I'll come back to it later, but Ultimate Gamble is that way. And they got some cool scare zones. Bloodlight District was my favorite scare zone last year. So here we have Ultimate Gamble and Delirium 666. So we're heading towards this line, pretty big, but we got the Ultimate Gamble there, which has a very cool entrance. I don't know if you can see it from this video. Oh yeah, this goes right to Delirium 666. Hey guys, I want to apologize to the British lady who she thought she was going to be in my video. I thought so too, but I looked at my footage and it stopped recording because I ran out of video storage. So I had to go back and delete some storage. So I apologize to her. She was really funny. But anyways, I just did Delirium 666 and Ultimate Gamble. And when I looked at the line, it was huge. And then the reason why, it was basically 2 houses in one. Once you get out of Ultimate Gamble, you go right into Delirium 666. But let me talk about Ultimate Gamble first. This was another new house this year, and it was basically a haunted casino. It had some pretty decent jump scares. The overall feel of the house felt kind of like a fun house, even though it was based off of a casino, which has some pretty cool sets in it. But it was pretty interesting to note. This house had a mixture of actors using their own voice to scare people, but they also had some pre-recorded audio triggers. So whenever they triggered the audio, that would scare the people too. So that was cool to see, because that's what Halloween Horror Nights does too. But once I got out of that house, I went right into Delirium 666, which was the same exact house as last year, which is my favorite house from last year's Howl-O-Scream. When I went into this house this time, it was still really good. The story for this house was, it's basically the government is funding mercenaries to fight the Siren Menace. But when you go through the house, the government looks like the bad guys, the mercenaries look like the bad guys, and the sirens look almost like the good guys in this. But this one had some really cool sets. Again, same house as last year. There's a really cool elevator scene, which everybody loves. And some pretty cool scares, some pretty cool set designs, some really cool creativity in that house. I love seeing the sirens in the house, even though they're being tortured. If I were to make one little comment, this house seems shorter for some reason, but it's the same house as last year. Right now, I don't know how to rank the houses. I've done 4 of the 5 houses. I have one more house to do, and that's the farmhouse alien one, which the British lady said was her favorite house. And I apologize to her once again. I really thought she was going to be in my video. If I see her again at this event, I'm going to get her in my video. You see that shadow? That's me. I'm back here, guys, trying to get back to house 3, which I accidentally missed. So we're gonna go back and try to find it. So actually the house I'm looking for is not even listed on this. Blood District. This is my favorite scare zone last year. And it's so cool. Look at that. we got more people on this side too. Oh. This guy.
Do you have a permit for that?
I don't.
You don't.
Ghostmaster. How do I get one?
Oh, you're gonna have to talk to the foreman.
Oh, okay. You want to take me there?
What's that?
You want to take me there?
Oh, you have to find him yourself.
Oh. So the entrance to Farm 51 was really tricky to find. You can clearly see the Farm 51 sign here, but I wasn't sure how to get in. You've got this employee fence right over there off to the side, but it doesn't explicitly say to enter the house that way. So the entrance to farmhouse, it's through an employee area. Yes, I was worried I was trespassing. We're coming this way. This is why I couldn't find the farmhouse. Yeah, you had to go through an employee fence to get there, and there wasn't anyone standing at the entrance to it. So I had no idea if I was trespassing or not. But yeah, this will be the number 5 house, the last house. After this, I'm probably just gonna rank the houses and call it quits. Because I'm a little tired, guys. I work basically 6 days a week. Here's the entrance. All right, guys, I just did my 5th house of the night, and that was the farmhouse. I gotta say, I was really disappointed in that. I came out of those doors wondering where the hell are all the aliens at? Because the story for this house is you're on this abandoned farm, and there's supposed to be alien life. I saw the farm life. I didn't see any alien life. So the house just kind of ended for me. It had a really good build-up. I thought it was going to have a bunch of aliens towards the end, but there was no aliens that I saw. There was one alien puppet sticking through the TV, and that was pretty much it. I got to say, this is probably, if not worse than Atlantis, then tied for Atlantis as the worst house of the night. Again, it started off really fun, but I thought there was going to be a payoff. There was no payoff. Man, it's a shame they're not running Infinity Falls, because right now it's a 0 wait. All right, guys, I just did all 5 houses for Howl-O-Scream SeaWorld 2024. Before I start my rankings, I want to say 4 of the 5 houses were brand new. The only house that wasn't new was Delirium 666, which was a fan favorite from last year. In fact, it was my favorite house from last year as well. So I'm going to rank these houses from my least favorite to my favorite. So my number 5 house would be the farmhouse. I felt like there was so much cool build-up to it, but when I exited the doors, I was wondering what happened to the rest of the house. I felt like it introduced the house, but they didn't show the aliens that they promised. So it was very disappointing for me. My number 4 house would be the Atlantis house. I had so many high expectations for this house. I just felt like there was a huge lack of actors in this house. And also the set designs were slightly underwhelming to me. I felt like they could have worked in that Atlantean theme into the house design a bit better than what I saw. My number 3 favorite house would probably be the Ultimate Gamble house, which was that casino house. It was a really good house, but I felt like the number 1 and number 2 houses did things a little bit better. But number 3 was also really darn good too. But I'm going to say my number 2 house for this year would be Delirium 666. There was nothing wrong with this house. It was a really great house. I loved the execution of the story. I love seeing the sirens in this house. And I loved that elevator scene. That was a very nice, innovative scene. It did feel a little bit short to me, and the fact that they didn't change anything from this house from last year, it's going to knock it down for me just one spot. So my number 1 favorite house would be the Wellness Center house. It wasn't perfect, but it was a really fun house, and there were some really cool, innovative things happening in that house. I just thought it was a very overall fun and solid and well-executed house. So I want to say number 1 through 3, they could all be interchangeable for my number 1 favorite. That's how good the top 3 were. So let me just say this. The budget for Howl-O-Scream is a lot less than Universal's Halloween Horror Nights. But given the budget restraints, I feel like Howl-O-Scream did some really good things with their limited budget. It was a very fun Halloween thing to do. The houses were generally solid. The food was actually really good. Like the flatbread pizza that I had, that was really good. There was some pretty good entertainment too. I didn't do the Monster Stomp show, but I did it last year, and I can tell you that's a very good show. But I just didn't have time for it, because I basically work 6 days a week, so I didn't really have time to do anything else. Oh, and that siren show was really good. I happened to be walking by when the siren show was going on, and that was excellent. So overall, Howl-O-Scream was a success, and I'll definitely do it again next year. But those are my thoughts on Howl-O-Scream 2024 SeaWorld, and that's it. I didn't do Busch Gardens Howl-O-Scream this year. I'll try to do them next year.